The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
We're going to work. Ready? Team. Hey, come on. Team. I got you. I got you.
Now Haskins on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. To try again after the sack. Haskins.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. Now Haskins, third and long. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down. So on fourth down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. Now this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try to put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw on second down, Weber. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt.
But no takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a third and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Got it? 55. Right there in the middle. 55. He can't hang. Hey, exit. He's not going to get me. Mike 55. Mike 55. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, eat. Yep. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Check. 55 to Mike. Check. 55 to Mike. Come on, boy.
And that'll set him back 5.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for third and long.
Ready?
On third down, it's Pollard. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a fourth down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
So on fourth down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line.
On the ready.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 20. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys' side of the field. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 67 yards.
Get that ball. Go. Get that ball. Crunch.
They'll run again with Love on first down. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Blue draw Corkers. Check 9. Tight dog. Jam. Look, squeeze. Let's go.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Let's go now. 60 outlaw. Check 56. Squeeze, double. Hey, Delta. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Tackle. Light 56.
From the gun on 3rd down. Weber. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
Here we go.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Hey, Alpha.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Weber. And he's got his man on the out route. 7 yards there and a first down.
Here we go. Set.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Weber. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Down. 30 base.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run with Pollard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Set, ready? 10 logo. Check 55. It's been a long day for you. Big grip.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 2nd down.
I got you, boy.
Here's 2nd and 8. Escaping the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Reuben Foster, the former national champion at Alabama, gets in for the sack.
Ready? 8, read. Watch it, 5. Hey, orbit. Mark 55. Mark 55. Ready?
On 3rd down, Weaver. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And they'll get him down short of the 1st down, right on the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down.
I'm going back to you. Mike 55, Mike 55. Ready, go. Watch the curl. Watch go.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. The Cowboys will turn it over now to Dan Bailey for the field goal try. And Bailey able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive.
And now look at him go. 20. And at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. Here's Haskins to throw. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Haskins. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Trey Quinn, his first touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down. Weber. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Here we go.
The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Looking to throw. Weber. He's going to fire this thing deep right. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Check 37.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
I got him. Check nickel. Go take. Spell. Check. Go. 13.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
This is taken at the 15. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
On the ready.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Protein spill.
At the 28-yard line.
Check 26. Check 26. Get it.
To throw on 2nd down. Weber. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change things. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Blake Jarwin, the intended receiver, but now it'll be third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
It's our time. Kill, kill, kill. Hey, Zoo. Check, 55 to Mike. Check, big grip.
Off the play fake. Weber.
Check girls, check girls, check girls.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Watch the twin. Watch the twin.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Cowboys' 47-yard line.
Check three, check three. Armin.
Looking to throw on second down. Haskins. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
3rd and 6.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
Mike 17. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
Now it's Haskins. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
Check Mike. Watch 55. Watch one. Mike 55.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Let's go.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Haskins. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Mike 51. Strip that ball. Strip that ball. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51.
Haskins will throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at the 33. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. First down, and it's Pollard again. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And it's caught. And he's brought down.
Let's go. Let's go.
It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Now here's Pollard, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Tony Pollard with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Dan Bailey now for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
On 2nd and 15 now. Haskins. This one caught by Ridley. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Well, if you're going to give him that kind of time, he's just going to shred you.
You might as well put a sofa out there for him. I mean, that's unbelievable, because I don't care who you are in coverage. With that amount of time, someone's going to shake free, and he's going to be able to throw the ball with a whole lot of confidence.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check, tight right, tight right, tight right. Solo out there, check that. 22, jet, bomber. 22, jet, bomber. Shoot. Check. Wahoo.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Like 18. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
Looking to throw, Haskins. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Give the sack to Blake Martinez.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd, and he's going to go down again. Roquan Smith. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here, and I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26-yard.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go. 80 weapon. Say. Deuce.
Hey, seam 6. Hit it.
2nd and 4.
Tighten up.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Go. Motion. 61. Max now.
Operating from the gun, Weber. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. This quarterback now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
6-6, pull it high. Bang.
Here's Pollard again. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Hey, Haywood.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Weber got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already as they'll go from the... And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Redskins scoop it. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Following the turnover, it's Haskins. Throw left side complete. That's Love. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Redskins with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. On second down, it's Love. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Get it all. West. Hey, flare. Go.
Haskins on third down, and that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that moves them up by a touchdown now at 17-10. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. 2nd and 6. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
And 6 yards to go.
The Cowboys on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Weber. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Taking it about the 16. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run with Love. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Haskins. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Calvin Ridley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Pollard. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go. Watch it.
Blue draw Corkers.
Safety's creeping. Check. Slam.
Hit it.
Gonna run again here with Pollard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
10 logo.
55. Let's make these babies cry on the way back home, yo.
Back to throw. Weber. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A gain there of 30 big ones. You're at the point in the game right now where you got to start taking some chances, and that chance paid off.
And it's a good idea to be that aggressive because, truthfully, the defensive guys, they're just playing not to make a mistake. That often means you can make a big play against them.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
Let's go. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Set.
And the blitz does come. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Hey, wahoo! 18 Gator. Gone. Lucky. Ready?
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Monte Nicholson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
They'll start the drive with Love here. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Here we go with Haskins. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And taken right at the 35. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
55 to Mike. Oh, you got deep?
Shoot.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to find Gallup here complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon. So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Run for Pollard, and they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll keep it on the ground. Pollard, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Well, Charles, an absolutely thrilling finish there at the end, down to the final play.